Other big story tonight, once considered India's best college, St. Stephen's, is now known as much for its controversies as well. The latest and a shocker is when Sandeep Dikshit, Congress MP and former Stephanian, said he didn't want to be part of the governing council because the St. Stephen's was now a communal institute. What does Sandeep mean by that? Is it a reference to the fact that the majority of the students here are Christian, as the principal claimed today? Joining me now is Sandeep Dikshit and Reverend Valsan Thampu, principal of St. Stephen's College, and Sandeep Dikshit, of course, Lok Sabha MP of the Congress. Sandeep, your statements shocked many ex-students today by calling St. Stephen's communal. Now, that's a very, very politically loaded word. Why did you say that?
Actually, I've been maintaining this for the last 2-3 years, 3.5 years. See, when I studied in college, while it was a minority institution, and I think all minority institutions have a right to maintain a particular character,
right. By
and large, the college was an institution with basically secular functions, a leadership that was primarily secular with an entitled outlook. And in the last 2-3 years, I found complete change in that. I know that, whatever you might speak to people who are running the college today will speak differently. But I don't think they understand what I at least thought was the ethos of this college and why I and people probably who think like me thought of St. Stephen's in a particular way. I think that institution is over today. What exists is an institution that is running on a reputation for whatever it's worth. It's an institution that is full of people who only want to serve their own reputations. I've met some of them and I must say I'm extremely disappointed with the kind of quality that college has today.
Sandeep,
and therefore I'm disappointed as a citizen and
yes.
as a former Stephanian that a premier institution that could have remained a premier institution has kind of lost itself, and I think it's like what we do to a lot of premier institutions.
Right.
Individuals and their priorities yes. Override everything, and therefore we kill institutions.
Sandeep, I'm going to interrupt you at that point. Reverend Thampu is also going to speak, but are you then saying directly that the leadership under Reverend Thampu is communal?
It was basically secular in character, and it had an enlightened ethos about it. In the last few years, I found that changing, and I can say that with a lot of seriousness. And I'm saying this as a former student and somebody to whom I think 2 years or 1 year ago, for some strange reason, this college asked me to be part of their governing body. I still haven't understood why. A lot of people came to me and said things. A lot of people from its leadership met me and tried to put their point of view across to me.
Yes.
All that I can say is that what I thought of this college and the character it had, that it was maintaining, is something it's not there in this college.
I'm going to actually get Reverend Thampu to respond to that. Sir, what would you say to Sandeep Dikshit's direct attack to you, calling your leadership communal?
Well, see, it's a very vague statement to make that the outlook of a college is communal. Now, first of all, I would like to be educated by Mr. Dikshit as to what he means by communalism. Now, if he thinks that exercising minority rights which are enshrined in the Constitution of India is communalism, that was not the case till day before yesterday. I would like to know in specific terms on what grounds, in which instance, in which case, which aspect of life has become communal. Making vague statements that cannot be verified is a highly irresponsible thing.
Sandeep,
I would also like to find out from Mr. Dikshit in great humility
yes.
whether his party's stand on minority rights has changed, whether the Congress party also believes that exercising minority rights is communal. I would like to know.
Sandeep, what would you say to that? Are you equating a minority institution and saying that that is the reason why you're calling it communal? What exactly do you mean by that?
Yeah. I mean, this is an old classic way of trying to, get out of a situation. First of all, I don't have any reason to answer him. I don't consider him a person serious enough to answer anything on. I think he's primarily responsible for the mess that St. Stephen's is in, and therefore I don't need to, I've not made any allegations to any committee that I need to answer myself to him. I think he should very well understand what he has done to college. And secondly, I think this whole thing of saying whether minority rights, I understand much more than him. I don't think he even understands the basic reason why what is minority and what is majority in our constitution. And the fact that he even asks whether Congress, what is my comments to do with the Congress party's thinking. He should not try and bring in the Congress into this. This is trying to hide behind politics. This is completely unfair. And this is just the kind of a material he's made of. To take off the situation. Ma'am, I know things about what's happening in the college. I don't want to bring them here.
A very personal attack in Reverend Thampu.
I was asked a particular question last night as to why
it's a very personal attack there in Reverend Thampu. Reverend Thampu, go ahead and answer that.
And I said that I completely feel that the college has lost its character.
Right.
And this is the reason why I'm dissociating
But
with
Sandeep, I'm going to let Reverend Thampu answer the attack you made on him. Reverend Thampu, go ahead.
Whoever they want to answer.
Reverend Thampu, go ahead.
Now, Sonia, I would very much like to ask a specific question, whether appointing somebody in a position that he refused to accept is communalism. That is what I would like to know, in which case I need to really be tutored by Mr. Dikshit, for which I am willing. He says that I don't understand minority rights, I don't understand communalism. He thinks that I know nothing. He may well be right, but I am willing to be educated. I am a good student. I would welcome him to come and teach me. I would like to go and be taught by him. I have no problem. At any rate, if he has a concern, a responsible concern for the character of the college, I would like to ask him, when he noticed these serious problems, what has he done to help the college, to correct the college? He was given an opportunity to serve on the governing body, which he treated with utter contempt. And then to say that things are going wrong, I don't know how to what to make out of this.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.